We've been talking a lot about New Year's resolutions this week, but now we want to turn our focus to mental health and what counselors think will be the main concerns throughout the new year. Joining us right now is Christina Roy. She's a licensed professional counselor here in DFW. Good morning to you, Christina.
Good morning. How are you doing, Cleo?
I'm doing well. Glad to have you. Okay, what are a couple of mental health trends that you predict will happen for 2024?
Well, first of all, one of the biggest mental health trends that we'll see was with the advent of social media, increased depression following the holidays, increased anxiety, primarily due to the fact that the bills are coming in, everyone's posting their trips and their vacations, and social media can be our frenemy. People are posting the best parts of their life, not the worst parts of their lives. And so when we log on to social media and we see these various different things, it makes people feel kind of like buyer's remorse and depression and anxiety. So as the beginning of 2024 starts, we see increased in, depression, regret, feelings of lack of fulfillment. And of course, everyone wants to make their New Year's resolutions, but they haven't necessarily fulfilled any of the things that they've been trying to fulfill thus far. So as we go into the beginning of this season, we will see a drop in the mental health of people.
Now, I guess you kind of touched on some of the reasons and the causes behind these trends as well. I also think, with the end of the holiday season, it's a sad time.
It is. It is. Anytime you have the end of a year and the beginning of a new year, people tend to get reflective. They think of the things that they have done or the things that they have not done, the things that they've left unaccomplished. And then there's a disconnect. You've left your family. Many people have been traveling during the season, spending time with family, spending time with friends, and there's always that anticipation. And then there's a deceleration from that. Okay, we've seen each other, we've had the holidays, we've had the great break, we've had the great time. Now it's back to reality. And is reality the best thing for myself at that point in time, when you're at the beginning of a new year and facing down the new decisions and things that you need to make for the next year?
Yeah. What are some ways that we can try to promote positive mental health changes for the new year?
Okay. No, one of the big things is we're seeing a trend of growing of what's called a third space. Third spaces are places that are not home, it's not work, but it is a place where you feel comfortable. It's a social place. Fosters good conversations, good feelings. They can be coffee houses, they can be outside parks, they can be any type of venue where it can create like a social hub, but an in-person social hub, where you're able to reestablish connections with people and build real life connections. Notice I'm not saying social media.
Yeah.
I'm saying building real life connections with other individuals. People who are working from home are increasingly isolated.
Yeah.
People who are missing their families and they've left their families, they're increasingly isolated. That isolation is not healthy. Isolation leads to 31.6% of people reporting of anxiety and depression. That isolation is the first step. And with depression being one of the leading causes of mental health issues in the United States or in the world, the best way to combat it is with a presence of other people and interaction with other people.
Man, a lot to think about, a lot to take in as well. Christina, how can people reach out to you?
You can reach out to any mental health professional, specifically myself. I'm with ThriveWorks. ThriveWorks is one of the largest mental health firms in the nation. We're growing rapidly. We are at 855-4THRIVE. You just call. You can look us up on the web. We're available at any time, anywhere. There's also ways that people can just simply improve their day-to-day life simply by getting into hobbies, creative activities, spending time in nature, going out for walks. Nature might not be so good considering the weather report we just got, but just planning connections with other people, making intentful decisions to intentionally say, I'm not going to be dwelling in my misery. I'm not going to dwell in my depression. I'm going to get out and I'm going to make those connections, and I'm going to make a better 2024 for myself.
I like that. It's really a call to action. Christina, thank you so much for joining us here on Daybreak.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.